Okay, now that those explanations, the parts technique are finished, let's do a quick demo. You're going to notice that I tilt my head a little bit to one direction and I tilt it to the other. And that is to keep track of which part of me is talking. So if you see me tilt like this, that's my conscious mind talking. If you see me tilt the other way, that's my subconscious talking. Now, when I do this in real life, when I'm by myself, I don't tilt very much. I tilt my head very slightly, or sometimes I don't even tilt at all. But for this demo, I am going to tilt more so that you can see who's talking. So again, this is conscious mind. This is subconscious mind. And when you do this at home, you can also do a slight tilt, maybe a little bit less than me, because you don't need to tilt very much. You just need a little bit of a tilt so you can keep track of which part of you is talking. Now, if keeping track is not an issue for you, you don't even have to do the tilt at all. But in the beginning, I have found that people tend to like to do the tilt a little bit, just so they can keep track of who's talking. Now, if you only have two parts talking, conscious mind and subconscious mind, then two tilts are fine. But when you get more advanced, and by the way, this is not the advanced video, that comes later. When you get more advanced, you may end up having 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 parts all in the same session or conversation. Don't worry, that's not going to happen in the very beginning. In the very beginning, on level 1, I'm just going to have you mainly speak to just one part. But just know in advance that you can end up speaking with many parts within your mind, all in one conversation. And so at that point, a simple head tilt isn't going to cut it. But again, we're going to keep it really simple on this video. So I'll do the quick demo and then do a quick wrap up. So first step is to go into hypnosis with a quick meditation. Could be the countdown, the 4-count breath, the 3-9-6 breath, whatever floats your boat. I'm going to pretend that I went into hypnosis and I'm just going to go straight to the demo. Hey subconscious, how are you? I'm alright. How are you doing? I'm good, thanks. So, what's on your mind today? Oh, Project X. Project X. Oh, well, when you say that Project X is on your mind, is there something in particular? It's a tough one. We've been working on this one for a while, and I don't know, it's just a tough one. All right. So is there anything in particular you want to talk about with Project X? Well, the next step... Oh, wait a minute. I just remembered something. We made a lot of progress on it just recently. Kind of forgot that for a moment. Oh, okay. Is there anything else you want to share about Project X? Or about the progress we made recently? I think I have forgotten that we're much closer to the end of this project than I thought. Don't know why I forgot, but I think I did. I think it's because I'm used to having the end point sometimes feel so far away, when it's really not. Oh well. I guess that's all I got to say. All right. Is there anything you want to talk about other than Project X, or anything more on Project X? No, I'm good. All right, well, thanks for sharing all that, subconscious mind, and I'll talk to you later. All right, later. So, on that short video, or that short part of the video, it was a very brief conversation. And as I said on the prior video, in the very beginning, I recommend you keep the conversations really short. So what happens if my subconscious had said, oh, I have a lot to share, I want to talk a lot? Well, you would say, if you're doing this for the first week or so, you'd want to say, well, subconscious, I would love to hear it. And why don't we schedule a time to chat again? And then you would schedule a time to chat again. It might be a few minutes later, it might be an hour later, but I would recommend, very highly recommend, not doing more than a couple of minutes in the very beginning. And I know some people are confused about that as to why, but that would be my suggestion. And you can always ask me personally, on why, I'd rather not post the answer on this video because, well, if you ask me the question privately, you'll find out why it's not a good idea to share the answer in a public way before you start practicing. But yeah, if you're curious, just ask me. And you might have noticed in that conversation that the subconscious mind kind of forgot something. And sometimes that happens. The subconscious mind may forget something like how far the project has gone or how close we are to the end or something like that. Because the subconscious mind is not perfect. It's a very imperfect creature, just like our conscious mind is. And so when you speak with it, it might say things that surprise you. It might say things that shock you. It might say things that you already know. It's a wide range of things. Sometimes when people practice this, they are quite surprised at what comes up. Whereas other clients, when they practice this, they're not surprised at all. So it really varies a lot. Now in the level 2 parts technique, that's when things get really interesting. But before you get there, it's important to practice this one for at least a few days, a week or so that your subconscious feels comfortable talking with you. Remember, you're building a relationship here. That relationship, the stronger it is, the easier it'll be for your subconscious to help you. If you don't build that relationship, then you're going in cold. And I'm not to say that it won't help you, but you might as well make it easier on yourself by building that relationship at first.